I've seen a lot of TikToks recently from lesbians talking about how disgusting the male body is, and as a trans lesbian, I couldn't agree more. But because of that, and because of wanting to find love, I have a lot of fears, and so I wrote some of them down tonight. I close my eyes and I see fear. I hate my body as much as you do. No, more. You don't want to touch me, but I don't want to be me. I'd do anything to be the body that you want, the body that I want. I see fear I will never be wanted, all of me. Not just my future state, but my present also. Are these fears ungrounded? Do you not care? Would you look past this body that I hate? I hope to God that you could.
Question for any trans femme lesbians. Did anyone else have this experience where, like, for a good year before you came out, you would sit there and be like, man, I wish I was a lesbian. That seems really cool. And then when you figured your shit out, you were like, wait a minute.
All right, guys, on this episode of Looney Tune World, I stumbled across this TikTok from this trans lesbian, right? I did not know there was a thing, a trans lesbian woman, okay? I think this is a man who identifies as a woman, but they're also a lesbian. They like women. So again, I'm not sure what is the point of trying to be a woman and still liking women, right? But apparently that's a thing, okay? That's a thing. And apparently it's also a thing in regards to how normal women who are lesbian don't want to sleep with biological men who want to be women because they are lesbian and they like biological women. And apparently that upsets the trans lesbian women a lot. Take a look.
I know another trans girl made a post about this, but it's been bothering me, so I want to make a post about it. I am a trans lesbian, and every time I hear a lesbian talk about their dislike of mascara wands, it hurts me. It hurts trans women. It makes us feel unwanted. It makes us feel not wanted in the community, period, because there is an equation almost every time in one of these posts of mascara wands to lesbianism. I'm not saying you can't have a preference. I'm saying don't talk about it publicly. I'm saying don't post about it on Maine to get 100K likes. When you post about it publicly, it hurts us. It makes us feel unwanted. It makes us feel unsafe. It makes us feel discarded. We are a group constantly defined by our genitals, and when you hate on us, hate on those body parts, it feels disgusting. Just make this place safer for us. That's it. Make it comfortable.
Yeah, this one is beyond me. This one is beyond me, okay? Because apparently, being a transgender woman, okay, this person's a transgender woman. They hate their body, right? They hate the body they was born in. They're disgusted by their own genitalia. But yet they're throwing a fit because other people are disgusted by their genitalia. Somebody make it make sense. How in the world can your whole identity and existence be based on the fact that you hate your genitalia, but yet you get mad at other people for hating your genitalia? It really blows my mind. I'm sorry to tell you, man, you will be crossing swords for the rest of your life, okay? I'm just saying, as a transgender woman, you're much more likely to do that than to be with a lesbian, because by definition, lesbians don't like penises, right? Or mascara wands. I guess that's what mascara wand is, right? I guess that is the I don't know what it is. They call vaginas Barbie pouches, right? In the alphabet community, I guess penises are mascara wands, right? I'm not sure. I'm learning a whole different language here, okay? But yeah, I mean, again, it blows my mind. Like, what is the point of being a transgender woman if you're gonna turn around and want to sleep with women? I don't get it, right? I don't get it. I especially get the part about being mad and upset about a biological woman not liking male body parts when you clearly don't like male body parts yourself. So much so that you want to cut it off, right? Again, it's absolutely fascinating. It really is. And apparently this is a big thing in the LGBTQ community. I did a story last year about how lesbians got kicked out of a pride parade because they were protesting transgender women who thought that lesbians should be forced to sleep with them. Take a look.
We're marching in a march.
At the moment...
No, I just want to make sure...
Yeah, you know now. Let me just explain to you, and it'll give you some understanding.
Yeah.
So at the moment, your march, this group of people, is causing confrontation between different groups of people.
Lesbians.
Okay?
We're lesbians. It's gay pride.
Whatever you are at the moment is causing confrontation.
I did not want to. I went home and I fucking naked. You're bullshit. Fuck off.
Safely march yourselves.
We don't want to do that. We want to be
But that's your choice. So what I'm telling you is to make sure it's safe. We are going to remove you from the road, and I want you to...
Something quite extraordinary about a police officer telling a group of gay women, you can't be on this gay pride march because you've upset some men, some trans male activists over there, and therefore you have to leave. And yet that is exactly what happened. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's really shocking, isn't it? And it's not surprising that you said at the beginning gay pride, because of course that is originally what it was. It was standing up. It was gay pride. It was standing up against the idea that people needed to be ashamed of being attracted to only people of the same sex, and going out and saying, look, here we are. You can come out and be openly lesbian or gay. Now this group, Get the L Out, run by Angela Wilde, first made their protest against what Pride had become in 2018, and it was the first actually that many people realised, hang on, lesbians no longer welcome at Pride? What is going on here? And as you point out also, the most shocking thing of all is perhaps that the police, and you can see the recording of the police, somebody said, it must have been theatre. This can't be real police. Oh, yes, it was real police saying, your presence here is causing a confrontation. And therefore, I'm going to ask you to leave. And if necessary, I will use force to do so. So what's extraordinary, who trained the police to think that you should throw lesbians out of a gay pride march? Oh, it's not gay pride anymore. It's, as you say, a pride march, rather than throwing out the people who are aggressively targeting them because they say that lesbians don't like penises. You know, in gay pride, nobody would have needed to carry a sign saying lesbians don't like penises because everybody knew that.
It is the case that, in fact, again, Stonewall say this on their website, that trans women who are attracted to females are lesbians. So the categories are changing in radical ways, and lesbian is one of them. There's real pressure on lesbians to accept that trans women can be lesbians, and that has, made us lesbians aware of this in a way I think that straight people aren't necessarily as aware, because there isn't the same pressure on straight women or straight men.
Yeah, truly fascinating stuff. I feel like we truly are living in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world. Straight comedy to me, okay? This is purely entertainment for me at this point, right? But apparently, lesbian women don't just have a problem with males who want to be women, saying that they're lesbian and basically wanting, to sleep with lesbian women, right? Lesbian women also have a problem with trans men or women that want to be men being in spaces around lesbians. Take a look.
Okay, how will you enforce this? If you want to kick out trans men from lesbian spaces, you're going to figure out who to kick out. Is it anyone with facial hair? Anyone who uses he, him pronouns? Anyone who wears men's clothes? Anyone who has top surgery? Anyone with an M marker on their driver's license? Anyone who passes as a man at work, at school, in public, for safety? Are you going to measure how much testosterone is in their system? Are you going to ask them which parts of their body cause dysphoria? Are you going to ask them what's in their pants? Is it anyone who likes to be called husband or boyfriend? Is it anyone who uses masculine terms of address? Is it anyone who likes to be called daddy in bed? Is it anyone who has gone through the experience of social and or medical transition and wants to use the word trans man to refer to the lived experience they have to find community and access resources that they need as a trans person? Or is it okay if he refers to that, but he has to use the word trans mask because that's less scary to you? How much man is too much man for you? Where do you draw the line? And why do you get to decide on behalf of someone else what resources they need access to? You, someone I can easily assume is not visibly trans. What is your idea of what a lesbian is allowed to look like, act like? And why are you the authority? And let's talk about why lesbians need safe spaces from men. What is the number one reason that lesbians don't want men in our spaces? It is because of sexual violence. Because they harass us, fetishize us, rope us, and grape us. Because they are our oppressors, right? Well, if you want to talk about sexual violence in the gender binary, let's look at some statistics. I'll give you a moment. That's right. Trans men are 4.5 times as likely to experience sexual violence than cis women. And let's not play coy. We know who the perpetrator is in all those cases. So if anyone needs a space safe from cis men, it's trans men, more than you. Trans people deserve access to whatever safe space they decide they need. When you punish people in the lesbian community for exploring trans masculinity, you're not keeping us safe from men. You're just punishing trans people for being trans. And make no mistake, this sentiment is not just identity discourse. The idea that there is something innate about men that makes them violent is the exact root of radfem ideology. The idea that there's something about men that makes them grapists. There is nothing natural about grape. The men who hurt us do so because they want to and they can. And that's it. It's not because of their biology, it's not because of their socialization, it's not because of their gender. It's because they can get away with it, because they're rewarded for it. And this searching for something about men to blame, all this does is excuse men for the violence they perpetrate, and punish all trans people simply for existing. You've just discovered turfdom from another angle. Don't go down that path. Trans men are not our oppressors. They are our brothers, our allies, and our friends.
Wow, that's an incredible amount of mental gymnastics. Right? Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with these people, bro. Every time I think I got it figured out, right, it turns out I don't have it figured out because according to these people, right, and I don't know if this person right here is a man or a woman, right? I have no clue, okay, what they're trying to be, okay? I'm assuming this is a lesbian who's speaking on behalf of trans men or trying to stand up for trans men who have been rejected from lesbian spaces. Because again, lesbians like women, right? They like to be around women, okay? Again, I don't understand what's going on here because the mob says that trans men are actually men. So if we accept that trans men are men, right? So if a lesbian accepts that a trans man is actually a man, then wouldn't it make sense for them to be uncomfortable around a man? Right? Again, I'm trying to figure out what is the controversy here, right? What is so bigoted about a lesbian saying, look, I don't want to be around a woman who is pretending to be a man and I'm going to accept him as a man, right? Because I'm woke, right? Because, you know, they want to be accepted and treated like men. I don't like men as a lesbian. Therefore, I don't want you in my space. I don't understand what's so bigoted about that, right? Again, it's almost like you can never be woke enough. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if they say that, you know, hey, you know, you're a woman or whatever, right? If you treat a woman who wants to be a man as a woman, then you're a bigot, right? But if you treat a woman who wants to be a man as a man, then you're still a bigot, right? So again, there's no way. Oh my God. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm trying my best to solve the puzzle, right? To figure out what the hell is going on in these movements and why these people think the way they think. But there is no rhyme or reason or logic to any of this at all. And I've come to realize and accept that you can't figure it out. Okay, you can't figure it out. There's no rhyme. There's no reason. There's no logic. It is truly Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.